Is cereal soup? Oh, that's gonna ruin my day, actually. I don't think it is soup. I don't know, man. I think soup doesn't have to be hot, I suppose. I feel like cereal is like its own classification. You know what I mean? It's like, is hot dog a sandwich? It's like, no, it's a hot dog. Like it's called that because that's what it is, you know? Like cereal, like I think a cereal like breakfast food, but like grain and wheat, like that kind of stuff with milk. And soup is like usually with like meat or like, it doesn't have to be meat, I guess. I don't know. That's a dumb question, dude. Is it scientifically yet? I don't think scientifically is the right. You know, it's kind of like just however you view it. I think I'm gonna say no. No. It's like the equivalent to, is a hot dog a sandwich? It's not. It's not. I mean, it looks like it could be, but it's got its own classification. But I just read what Spec said, so I'm gonna agree with them. Cereal is soup. Okay, next question. Mr. Melon King VIP says, how tall are you? I actually don't really know. So when I went in to get my driver's license, they asked me how tall I was because they need to put it on my license. And I was like, I don't know. And they said, you look like you're 5'9". And I was like, okay. So that's what they put down. They didn't even measure me. Like you would assume that they would measure me. But they didn't. And even when I went to the doctors, they checked my weight. They never they just asked me. They're like, how tall are you? And I'm like, I think I'm like 5'9". And then they just write it down. So I actually don't know how tall I am. But for so long, I've just been going with 5'9". That is just what I am, right? Next question from Ghosts of Random 7S says, 9,8. That's not a question. Okay. Band 7S says, how old is your lawnmower? So I used to have like a really nice lawnmower. Not like a riding lawnmower, still a push mower, but it was like a really nice. And it would push itself. I didn't need to push it. But then one day that mower died. So then I needed a new mower. And I didn't want to go buy one. So I asked my stepdad. And he's like, oh, I got a whole bunch. So he brought me this lawnmower that was super old. I don't know how old it was, but it didn't really work very well. It would mow, but you know how like lawnmowers have like that little lever that turns it on, and if you let go, it automatically turns off? It didn't have that. So like when you turned it on, it would just stay on. And like you could trip and roll down, you know, a hill and, you know, it'd still stay on. The only way to turn it off was you had to go to the front, and there's like this little thing that you would like push in, and it would like die. I don't know, man. It was just a very, very scary, sketchy lawnmower. So I'm like, dude, I don't like this lawnmower. I'm afraid I'm gonna like die using it. So he goes, it's okay, I have another one. And he brought it over, and it looks like a really nice one. There's two things that are really terrible about it, okay? So it gives me this other mower. It looks nice. It was originally a bagged mower, like one that like it would mulch up and it would go in the bag. But the bag was gone, and it was a size that we couldn't find another one that would fit it. So when you mow, most of the time on a mower that doesn't have a bag, it shoots out the side. This one shoots straight at you. So when you're mowing, everything just hits your feet and your legs and stuff. It does have where you can pull this thing and it will go forward itself, but it doesn't turn off. So if you're mowing and you push forward for it to start pushing itself, the only way to get that to stop pushing itself is to turn it off. You like most of them you can like, you know, hit and it'll like stop. It will keep going on its own until it gets shut off. It's crazy. And now we have two lawnmowers that I think is too scary to use. That was a good question. It was a good question. Bunny 7S VIP says, can you eat poop? Now, I don't know if you're personally talking about me. Like, can I consume poop right now on stream? I think that's a violation of probably some guidelines that they have. So probably not. But is it possible to consume poop? It's possible. It's possible. All right, Stylish Thought 9 says, is there a YouTube project that you're working on that you're excited about? I'm really, really excited about YouTube in general. Band 7S says, what is your favorite number? My favorite number is 7. I don't know why I'm born on the 7th, And maybe that's why it's my favorite number, but I don't know. Ever since I was little, that's been my favorite number. When will you collaborate with Stylish Thought 9 and his many channels? This was from Stylish Thought 9. And dude, just let me know, man. I'll probably be down. What is your goals for Twitch? I want to continue to grow. I am going to probably make a bigger switch towards like YouTube. Not streaming on YouTube, but like focusing on content. But my goals on Twitch is just to like have a healthy stream. A lot of people come in and people just feel like they had a lot of fun with it. What is your favorite drink besides coffee and bubbly from Band 7S? Those are my favorite drinks, so you are actually right. I do like coffee and bubbly. I like tea. What is your goals for YouTube? I want to grow my channels. I want to get to the point, honestly, where I can just make whatever videos I want and people will just be entertained by them. I know that sounds super weird, but like, I don't want to get put in a box, literally, or like with YouTube, where I'm stuck making this kind of content and it's the only kind of content that goes good. I want to get to the point where I can like jump on and just like do whatever I think would be fun and like people would be into it. Cause it's not about what I'm doing. It's about like the community, if that makes sense. That's what I want. Who is your favorite? I'm gonna skip that one because nothing good could possibly come out of that. Okay, what's your favorite type of pizza? This is from Band 7S2. I like just straight pepperoni, man. That's what I get on all my stuff, just straight pepperoni. If I had to add one other thing other than pepperoni, it would be bacon, I think. Bacon. What is your favorite hat that you own? I had a favorite hat. This one right now is my favorite hat, but I used to have this DC like beanie hat, and I super liked wearing that thing. And then one time, this girl on the bus, right? This is like 7th or 8th grade. She's like, "Can I borrow your hat?" And I was like, "No, dude, I wear this hat all the time. It's my hat. Please." And then she ended up just taking my hat. And then so she took it home, and I was like, "No, don't take it." And she took it home, and she's like, "I'll bring it back tomorrow." And then she forgets it tomorrow, right? And the next thing comes, I'm like, "Hey, can I back my hat?" And she's like, "Oh, no, I forgot it. I'll bring it back." And then she never brought it back. Are you bald? Dude, I got luscious hair under this. If we can see air, can fish see water? Fish, I think, can probably see water if it's like, okay. I don't think you really see water. I think what you see, I think it's pretty clear for the most part. Pretty clear. But I think you can see the impurities that are in water, right? So if it's like a dirty water, then they can see the dirt in the water. So it's kind of like if we were in a dust storm, right? So if we walk somewhere and the dust blows up, we can see the dust, but we don't really see the air, right? I think it's the same way. But I think normal water, they probably don't see it. Do you prefer controller or keyboard? I guess it depends on what it is, but for the most part, mouse and keyboard I think is superior. But I do like this Elite controller. It's really nice. What's your favorite sport? There we go. That's a question. My favorite sport, I don't really like normal traditional sports. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not very competitive. Like, that's the thing. Like, people get really worked up. Like, I'm not a competitive person. People are like yelling at the TV. They're watching football and they're like, "Ah, is that ref blind?" And I'm like, I don't think they would let him be a ref if he was blind. But I don't know. I don't work in sports. But I think he probably can see. You know, I would imagine so. People are so mad over the football. Well, did Emily look weird when she was born? Yeah, dude, they don't prepare you for this. So like in movies and stuff, babies are born, they're pink and they're cuddly and they're like little babies, you know? That's not how babies are born, man. And there's nothing that can ever happen that will prepare you for it. You're like waiting for the baby to be born and you're excited. You're like, "Oh man, me and my little baby." And it comes out and it's like a Jabba the Hutt looking thing with slimes dripping on them. Ugh. Big dogs are little dogs. I don't think it's necessarily the size of the dog that matters, but I do feel like a lot of the little dogs are just terrible. I would never kick a dog, right? I would never hurt a dog unless it was attacking me or my family, right? But I hate Chico so much, that little stupid little chihuahua, that sometimes I just wish it would just attack me just so I could punt it. Right? I hate that dog. That's the only dog ever, man, that will like jump up on your lap and he wants to be pet so bad. He's like he wants you to pet him, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pet that dog, man. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want it to like him to like it. I hate that dog, man. Oh, Spec with the promo. Where can we find your streams? On Twitch. Twitch.tv. What is it? twitch.tv/random7s. I think that's it. I don't know. It'll be in the bio. Does pineapple belong on pizza? I would say not my pizza. Not my pizza. Keep it away from my pizza. I don't think it's terrible. I had one before and it wasn't bad. But then I also had it one other time and it was super soggy. And so if it's soggy on your pizza, then it's terrible. If it's just on your pizza and it's kind of crispy, it's probably not that bad. Probably not that bad. Dinosaurs or dragons? Like what? To eat or to ride? I'd definitely ride a dragon. If I was going to eat one, I would want a dinosaur. They're not that bad. What is the square? I knew someone was going to give me math. What is the square root of X? I don't know. You like chicken on waffles? I've never put a chicken on waffles before. I don't know how you get them to stay. All right, guys, we finished all of these questions.